Good evening, everybody. For our Friday word of encouragement, I want to just tag on Sunday service that we had with Petrus, sharing a word which was entitled, "Somebody will always do it." Somebody will always do it. He made mention of the fact in Job 1 verse 15 to 18 that 4 times we read that after horrific things happen in the life of Job, all that he had, every time there was this one phrase that he used. He said, "I alone have escaped to tell you. I alone have escaped to tell you." Petrus said that in escaping, you actually get to a place where you have scars. And we all have scars. We have had things that we have gone through in our life. And I want to say to you today, I'm tagging on to this specific thing. I've asked 2 of my friends, one being a pastor and just somebody else that I disciple. I've asked them randomly, what do you think the name Job actually stands for? And they said to me, both of them said, well, I think it means blessed. I think Job means blessed. And so I said to them, whenever I go to a sermon, listening to somebody preach, I'm saying, Holy Spirit, please give me something from this message that I would just a blessing, just a nugget, just something to hold on to. So while Petrus was ministering the word and I'm listening to what he's saying, the attention was called to Job 1 verse 1, where it says, there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. This is how it starts. And it says, and that man was blameless and upright, and one who feared God and shunned evil. I don't know about you, but those 2 guys, when reading this guy being blameless and upright, fearing God and shunning evil, I could just imagine that his name might just mean blessed. Well, interestingly enough, his name actually doesn't mean blessed. His name means hated. Can you believe it? Job, a man fearing God, shunning evil, being upright with the Lord. His name means hated. Well, I know who hated him. Satan hated him. And he had a conversation with God, and God said that you can touch anything except his life, and you will see that he truly loves me. What was also interesting is that the Bible makes mention of the fact that the place he was at was named Uz, and Uz means wooded. While I read that as a personal interpretation and just revelation, just in that moment, I heard Holy Spirit saying to me that this man, Job, being hated by man and the devil, was placed in the perfect place, in the perfect timing. Because you see, the place wooded, the carpenter of all carpenters, the chief carpenter, God himself, would carve into Job's life and carve out which would not fit the image that God actually had for him. And how many of us find ourselves in a place called Uz, and where we are having to escape alone, and we have the privilege to tell people what God has done in our life? I'm asking you tonight, have you escaped? And are you telling the testimony of what God has done in your life? Because he's carved away the things that's not supposed to be there. We easily say that verse, "Yeah, God, you are the maker and the former of the clay. You're the potter and I'm the clay. You form me and make me just as you want to." Really? Really? Are we up to what we're saying? Are we ready for carving away? I'm asking you tonight. If you've been carved away at, God has done and dealt with things in your life that's not supposed to be there, are you sharing the testimony to the glory of God and to the honor of his name, being humble and saying, Lord, your will be done and your kingdom come, as it is in heaven, so be done on earth. I want to say to you, have a wonderful Friday evening. God bless you, love you, and remember, you are blessed to be a blessing. Hope to see you on Sunday if you're in Polokwane, Gathering Church, corner Thabo Mbeki and Dorp Street, and it'll be great having you there. 9 o'clock inside School Hall. And then if you're in Leidenburg, we also have a congregation there, and Peter Gerber is the pastor there, and his wife Caroline, and they also gather at 9 o'clock. And you can also just go on a link, Gathering Leidenburg, and you will find them there. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend.